And good afternoon. Happy Aloha Friday. It is Devin. I am here with you, Manoa Valley Theater Live. Man, this is kind of our holiday edition, sort of. And we'll tell you more about that in a little bit. Right now, without further ado, we got to bring on the man with the plan, Mr. Kip Wilborn, our executive director. Hello, sir.
Hello. You've obviously taken me for someone who has a plan. Great to be here. Welcome, everybody. Glad you tuned in. I hope you're having a great holiday season up to this point. And this is our Christmas episode, right?
I know. I can't believe we're there already. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Happy holidays. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Yeah, everybody.
Happy New Year. It's going to be interesting. we're just happy to get it all over with. Get 2020 over with.
2020.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah.
Review as soon as we can.
Wow.
Hey,
it's been a year.
I know, right? Yeah, I want to congratulate you. The Christmas show went really well. I mean, just spectacularly attended. I mean, so awesome all the way around.
So if you didn't get to see the show, Sunday at 4:00 HPR, you'll hear it on the radio, and it was written to be a live radio show. So
right.
It is fantastic, making the sound effects during the show and all. Yeah, you got to listen to it. So I hope.
Okay. And then we got Hot Club of Hulaville coming up as well.
Hot Club is tonight and tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I was just checking to see if we do have a few tickets available for tomorrow.
Okay.
It's the box office is closed for the evening, and so if you want to go see Hot Club Holiday in Hulaville, then please call 808-988-6131 or go on our website, manoavalleytheater.com. So let me see. And we have Estella Scrooge
Yeah.
You're able to log on there and purchase. And as I was talking to Andrew, our engineer today, and he and his wife have been watching it, and he said, "Oh my gosh, the editing in that is just incredible." Now, I know that doesn't mean a lot to you, but it does speak to the quality of the production. So listen, check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a great take on the Christmas Carol story. And hey, that's about it. I want to give a shout out to Aloha Connects Innovation, the ACI program, led by the Sultan Group. They were very instrumental in distributing a great deal of the CARES Act funding. And because of them, we were able to bring a few people on, and hopefully they'll refund. Not refund doesn't work. Refund, not refund.
Right.
They'll run the program again after the first of the year.
Okay, awesome. Well, we're hoping that happens. Crossing our fingers, because relying on those government people, I tell you. Anyway, one real quick thing before I send you back. You know who our guest is. Everyone knows who our special guest is today, and you worked really closely with him. So I just wanted to, before we bring him out, I wanted you to make sure that he was mortified because you're going to say something nice about him and your time working together.
This man is not only is he an extraordinary musician, he is an extension of the goodness who was his father, Ron Bright. And I remember one day when we hadn't seen it, Clarke and I hadn't seen each other in a while, and we just gave each other a big hug, obviously pre-COVID, and and he said to me, my dad was as close to an example of Jesus as anybody. And you know what? Ron was that, for sure. And Clarke he's an extension of his dad. So that's what I can say about him.
All right, very cool. He should be hugely embarrassed right now, because we're going to bring him out. Thank you, Kip. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
All right, and now we bring out the man. Okay, the man, the myth, the legend. I'm going to read his bio because otherwise I won't be able to get through everything. Of course, he's a familiar face here in Hawaii. This is his 10th year as the bandmaster for the Royal Hawaiian Band. Prior to this, he was a band director at Kamehameha Schools for 13 and a half years. He's been the music director for Mr. Ron Bright's musical productions for 30 years. And recently, of course, he has been with the I'm a Bright Kid Foundation for 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to MVT Live the original Bright Kid, Mr. Clarke Bright. Yay! See? You asked me to be nice. That was nice. I let Kip talk all kinds of nice stuff about you.
It's so hard to hear, but very much appreciated.
Okay, so Mr. Bright.
Yes, sir.
I know it's weird. It's weird to be called that. Clarke has known me since I was 16, 17 years old, so it's a little weird. But I think I'd like to let people know kind of where you came from. Like, what is your musical background? Where did you learn to be this amazingly talented musician and conductor?
Not sure how talented or amazing, but I was blessed to be in a house from a very young age where music permeated everything that we did, and never forced. It was really my dad on the piano primarily. He claims that at 9 months old I played the bongos in this rhythm. Now, I don't know if it's true. I can't remember 9 months old, but I guess music was innate from a very young age. I started to play drums with him at a young age, and we would play at parties around the house, or then it kind of grew to wherever he went, I was playing with him. And then it just kind of morphed from loving what I did, being a member of the pit, to leading the pit and then doing it for a living. And it was just an honor to be a part of that innate ability to feel music from my dad.
And, I mean, everybody knows the Bright family, and you guys did everything kind of as a family. And what's funny is you got married, and then it just extended the family musically and entertainment. Well, I mean, your wife is in the orchestra. She works for Kamehameha Schools. I mean, all that kind of. How does that happen?
My dad said one of the smartest things he did was he had his own kids, and they made their own pit. Everybody that was in there, my brother, my son, my other son, my wife, and myself. So he saved money. He just made his own pit for people that was there. Again, it's the same thing. We don't want to force that on anybody, but how can you not feel the love and the energy that the arts brings through the way that my dad presented it, with his excellence, his discipline, passion, but genuine love for the people. I mean, we just wanted to come on board, really.
Yeah, that's just so amazing. Now, one of the other things, of course, everyone knows you for is the Royal Hawaiian Band, and it's been a little weird. I mean, this year, right? You and I, when we ran into each other in Costco, and I asked you all about this, you said you've had to pivot a little bit. So, can you tell us kind of where the Royal Hawaiian Band is at?
Initially, when the first lockdown came out, we ourselves had to get locked down as well. So we went into individual practice mode for a little bit. We were able to bring guys back, and we digitized our music library, which we've been wanting to do for so long. So guys got involved, did some of that, and then we got really close to getting out again. But the second lockdown came out, so we were then reassigned to assist the city, which all city employees can be charged to do, in things like food distributions at the Aloha Stadium, call center assistance, a Hurricane Douglas assistance, surge testing assistance. So we were there to assist in moving or helping cleaning up or whatever they needed. We did that. We even helped pass out masks every now and then in Waikiki.
Wow.
That was a sliver of our time during the past 9 months. And then about 2.5, 3 months ago, through about 2 weeks of negotiations with union, administration, and medical teams, we were approved to work in small ensembles of 5 or less. So we do that. We distance ourselves. We play at places like the zoo or Bishop Museum, where we're not geared out to do a concert to gather people, but just to welcome them in and share a bit of aloha as they go on to the next exhibit. And we've been doing that for about 2 months now.
Wow, that's amazing. It's been cool to hear music again. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting a chance to do that. Yeah.
The guys are great.
No.
They take leadership on their own. They're amazing musicians. And the fact that they get to play in a pandemic right now is something that they can be very grateful for.
I wanted to pivot a little bit to the shows, the ones you did with Mr. B, and then also the ones you've done with I'm a Bright Kid. Is there any show that you would like to conduct? It seems like you've kind of done all the dream shows. I mean, The Miz and Miss Saigon and all that. I mean, is there any show that's out there that you're like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to do?
No, not not really. And that's because I think, like you said, it's just different. It's my dad and I would always talk about shows, what he wanted to do, and I was always willing to support whatever he wanted to do, and I'd fall in love with the show as we got to do it. And then all the ones that we really wanted to do, we were grateful enough to be able to do that. The one that I was hoping he was going to do, and he knew I really wanted to do it, was Hairspray. and ironically, that was his last show. But I think part of the reason he chose to do it was he knew that, I mean, we'd worked together for 30 plus years, and he knew we wanted to do it. And here's a quick little story. This is so cute. We were in New York as a family. He was with us, and we walked by Hairspray on Broadway. And by a chance, we just said, let's just see if they had tickets. We went in there. They had only the front row left, right in front of the bass woofer. Of course, we were all over it. My mom was hesitant, but my dad and I were all over it. We could, the whole show were like this, because the pounding of the bass literally like about 3 feet in front of us.
Oh my gosh.
And my dad was dancing and laughing and smiling, and we were having a blast. And at that point, we both knew we got to do that sometime or another. And we had done all the other legit shows, and He didn't know it was going to be his last, but we got a chance to do that one. And ironically, it kind of summed up the joy that he ensues and he brings to life with everybody involved with him. Just a super fun, great cast. I mean, confetti all over the place, that kind of fun. And I got to play drums. There was actually lots of fun as well.
I saw that one, and yeah, you're right. I mean, the people they were jumping off the stage, and you just could feel the energy just wash over you as it went. It was just an amazing show. Okay, so let's see. We talked. Yeah, we talked, right, kids? We talked to shows. So, Clarke, I'm only pausing right now because usually, you know, we bring in guests, but you know, you're so important that we felt we could just, you know, give you the whole show. But you know, it just wouldn't be right if we didn't have, you know, somebody come and visit. So I think we have a couple guests waiting who might want to say hi. Oh, look, and look.
Where are we? Where do we get transported here? What's going on?
You, Devin, you're gonna get it. Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jody and Michael Bright, the younger kids, the younger siblings of Mr. Clarke Bright. And we thought we'd bring them on. Don't worry, this isn't going to be This Is Your Life, Clarke. It's okay. I just know with COVID and everything else, you know, it'd just be nice to get the family together and have them talk story. I know Auntie Mo is hiding over there somewhere. So.
Oh my God, this is the best. You know, Devin, I always say this, but I really am the least talented member of the siblings. These guys pull all the way here, and I keep going and make them move every now and then. I mean, their gifting of talent and heart is unbelievable, and they just bless me right now. Oh, this is the best. Not that you're not, Devin.
Yeah. It's okay. I understand my role. It's totally fine. No, you know, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring all three of you together is, you know, to just get a chance to talk story about your father, to talk story about doing the shows, because, you know, the Bright Kid shows, you know, Children of Eden was, I think, the first time for me that I got to be in a show with the three of you at the same time, and that was amazing. Because Jody was like, I don't want to do more shows. and then she's like, I don't wanna, and then boom, she was in, and then her daughter's in, and it was awesome because we had the whole Bright Ohana in there. You know, of course, your son Timmy was helping direct. I mean, it was such a family affair. It was amazing. So I just kind of wanted to get from you what the experience was like. So let's start with Jody.
Well, it was pretty incredible. Yes. When I guess when we were growing up and we were in high school, Mike and I were in a lot of Dad's shows, and Clarke was the conductor of those shows. And so we did that then. But then, you know, I mean, we grew up and we had our own families, and so there was a time there where we didn't do shows for a while, and then Mike did, and Clarke, of course, was the conductor, but I didn't, and so it was I guess being back after, you know, our first show after Dad passed, that I don't know, that I just felt closer to him being there. And I knew at that point that I wanted to do more of that because I just wanted to feel his presence more. And it was great having practically the whole Michael's whole family, and you know, my daughter, and then my other daughter, my husband were helping, and Clarke's family. So, and of course, Mom was there at every rehearsal and every show. Everybody was there. So it was just great just having everybody together and just feeling the presence of Dad. Yeah.
That's awesome. Michael, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything that was sort of premeditated or anything. I mean, I know that Jade was really high on auditioning, and I thought, it's such a commitment. I'm not sure I can do this. It's such a beast of a commitment. And then the boys and Katie wanted to do it. I was like, okay, this is such a no brainer. And then once our whole family decided to audition, it just wasn't. It was like not even a second thought. We just knew that it was definitely a divine providence. I think that we had to be there. We had to experience this, and maybe we didn't know, but obviously. God knew that we needed to be there, and so, just creating these once in a lifetime opportunities, you just never know. You can never take for granted, because everybody's scheduled, because everybody's volunteering their time, and you think about all the painstaking work that goes into a production, and we knew the commitment that it would take. But I think when we're all in, you're all in, right? And when the family just commits like that, it was just a beautiful thing. So get to do it together and to partner with my siblings and the whole family. It was, I'll never forget. It's an unforgettable experience, and it's going to be tough to top that. I think because you never know when something like that will happen again. And now we know, with COVID, you just never know, right? So
I know exactly.
Devin,
Yes,
that show was one that my dad really wanted to do. In fact, when he was affiliated with the church, they sent him to California to take a look at a semi-professional production of Children of Eden. And he came back and he fell in love with the music, he fell in love with the story, and it just never really worked out. But it was one that he really loved and he really wanted to do. So when we were choosing shows, we embarked upon it as this is our gift to him. This is our wrapped up present to him. And that was the motivation behind every lyric we learned, behind every note, every movement, every storytelling. It was our gift, our wrapped up present to give to him every single night. And it was very difficult emotionally to get through every single show because we felt his presence every single step of the way. Like my sister said, he was there. He was every single show.
Yeah, definitely. And it was also always fun to be in the, sitting there singing and going, okay, and Timo's out there somewhere and she's listening to us, so we better make sure this is good.
Of course, it was the hardest show we've ever done too, right, Devin?
Of course. Oh yeah, that was insane. That was insane.
Everybody.
Yeah. So tell me, what was it like growing up in a household where, because the three of you, I mean, from the time I've known you, the three of you have always been very close and very, you've always been simpatico. You spend a lot of time together. You do all this stuff. I mean, you go cruises together. You do all these vacations. So what has it been like for you guys in this COVID time? Because you actually have not really had a chance to see each other very much, correct?
Yeah, I'll get going and then I'll have Jody continue. But I think I hurt most for my mom, who lives for that. She's all about gatherings and bringing people together. She did that her entire life, behind the scenes like nobody else really could. But it's difficult for us because we're so emotionally driven, but in general, but I think our family as well. So not easy, but we're figuring it out. Especially during this holiday season, we're figuring out how to make this thing work so that we can have some kind of semblance of what we think is most important in our family, just the gathering of love. I don't know, Jody, what do you think?
I think he's right. It's been really tough. We actually haven't been. I think the first time we saw Mom was on her birthday in April, and that was a drive-by birthday party. We all did that.
Yeah.
And then after that, we didn't see her. We do FaceTime. Thank God for FaceTime. So we do a lot of that, but I also for Thanksgiving we Zoom. For Christmas we're going to get together outside in a canopy tent, and Clarke and his family in one tent, and ours in one in the backyard. We're going to make it work. We're not going to let this stop us, because that's all our kids ever knew was to be at Papa and Grandma's house to sleep over on Christmas Eve. We've never done anything else. And so they're just like, what do you mean we can't sleep over? We're going to make it work.
Awesome. Michael, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I have the great fortune of being able to, be here with mom and kind of and caretake in many regards, right? That is definitely a huge blessing. The hard part is knowing that there's certain events that we can, no longer kind of always count on, right? To always be there. Always just taking advantage of any opportunity or of any kind of virtual means, I think is what we've definitely committed to. And just the constant conversations, whether it's through text or through FaceTime, as Jody said. I think that's what makes us kind of go through this. And like Clarke said, obviously it's probably hardest on mom, obviously, because dad was all about just making sure
yeah.
we're always together for everything, right? Even our kids' extended family, like you, Devin, and so with this immediate family, it's definitely a difficult transition, but one that Jody and Clarke just are so committed to make sure that we're always figuring out ways, and nothing gets in the way of making sure that we can continue that close contact. Maybe just not so much physically, but spiritually, emotionally. I mean, we're just right there, and the connection is maybe stronger in some ways because of that. In the way that we're pulling, for each other, and mom, making sure mom's okay. All that stuff. There's such a strong bond there. So we're grateful for that, no doubt.
Devin,
awesome.
Devin, real quick.
Yeah.
My sister has a lot of what my mom does to bring people together. Every year she does this family gathering of creating your own gingerbread person, and she provides everything. I mean, we go over to their house. So this year she's doing it again virtually. She drives around, drops all the ingredients off at people's houses, and we're going to go on a Zoom and do it virtually. That's just who she is. That's other examples of what we're trying to do during this pandemic, because she's just amazing like that. She has a way of bringing us all together again. Yeah,
That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. What's also awesome is, one of the things I remember about your family is, I mean, your dad. I don't know anybody who loved Christmas more than your father. So you would go to the house and it was like Santa Claus exploded all over the house because the tree was beautiful, and he would set up all the train was going, and all these things in the background that Jody has behind her. I'm like, hey, which one is that? Is that from right?
That's the North Pole Village. That's village. Yes, absolutely.
So, it's just somebody calling her.
Sorry.
So it's okay. It's okay. Everybody, because people are watching you on the show going, Jody, is that you?
No.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
MVT live.
But
it's live.
I know it is. It's a live show. Hey, before we wrap up, and I'm sorry we don't have more time to talk story, but if I could get something from you in terms of something you learned from your dad. That you take forward, that you try to teach to your kids, that you try to teach to us, those of us who've had the good luck of being and the blessing of being in the shows with you guys. Is there something that you make sure every day or whenever you can to remember? This is what Dad taught me. I will start with youngest first and move up to.
Here,
so Michael, yeah, I know you get to go first for a change. Yeah, that's you, Michael. Yeah, that's you.
Okay. And all of them will probably. There's so many hallmarks, right, that you could bring out, and it's just too many it's too numerous to name right now, but I think the one is this sort of this obsessive pursuit of excellence. I think just the always pursuing excellence in everything you do, and that's really a testament of the way our faith is and our spirituality is as well. Just giving all you can, knowing that God is deserving, your family's deserving of it, and just putting everything you can into any pursuit that you have, any passion. And I think he was just passionate about life, not just performing arts, but life in general, and being able to interact with others and giving his all to people. And that, I think, is what will always stay with me every single moment of every day. I think it's that pursuit of excellence. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, Jody?
I think for me, it's the love that he exuded. It was just amazing to see him love like he did. I mean, he never had anything bad to say about anybody, and he always went out thinking, who can I love today? And so I try to do that. I mean, who is it that I can do something special for, or to say something, a blessing to, or or something. Just, just that love that he had for people and just for everything, for nature. It was just, just the gratefulness of all of that. It's just, we just try to hold on to that as we live every day,
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Clarke, your turn.
No, they said it all. It was great. I think just to tag on to that, extreme joy. I mean, 24/7. He was the same at home as he was rehearsing, as he was doing the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable joy, like a bundle of energetic joy the whole time. And then when the grandkids came, even more so.
Yeah.
I thought he loved us really well, but then when the grandkids came, there was a whole other level of joy.
I mean, he always said, right? He always said if he knew how much fun grandkids were, he would have had them first.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's his energetic joy, and I take over. I love his discipline, extreme discipline to get the job done. Because what people don't see is behind the scenes. He was prepared. He did a lot of work, note by note, page by page. He was prepared. That discipline behind the scenes, I think we're going to take that with us as well.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Oh, look, who's that guy? I didn't provide that picture, so sorry. But we got some pictures from you guys, so just wanted to put those up.
Thank you.
Some of the family people. Look at that.
Oh,
Beautiful. I remember that day. Yeah, that was great. That was actually. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, there they all are.
There's the man.
there's
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
our dad.
For you.
Hey, Clarke, Jody, Michael, thank you so much for spending this time with us. Thank you also to Manoa Valley Theater for allowing us to make this a Bright Kids show for today. I want to. That was sneaky, Auntie Mo. You wait till we almost pow, and you're like, okay, now I'm gonna come in. Smart. That was smart.
I was taking my beauty nap.
No need. You're beautiful already. Thank you, Auntie Mo, for producing these awesome kids.
Oh, you're wonderful.
All right. Well, happy holiday season to you all. We want to thank you very much for being here. Kip, thank you for being here with us as well. This was awesome. This is a great way to end the show, man.
This isn't the Bright Show. This is the Christmas show. Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. He's ready.
Merry
Once
Christmas.
again, thank you to Andrew. Thank you, Braddock. Thank you to Kristen. Thank you, everybody, too. Yeah, thank you, everybody, also, too, for donating. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you for celebrating and helping us to keep Manoa Valley Theater and keep theater in general alive. We're hoping to see you at some point in time, either at Manoa Valley Theater or Diamond Theater, somewhere. Just take in some theater because it's a wonderful experience. Anything in closing you guys wanted to say, Auntie Mo?
Just thanks to MVT, to Brad, and to Kip, and to
Andrew, yeah.
and you, Dev. That's a great thing you folks do every week, every Friday. I look forward to this.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate you watching, Auntie Mo. You're awesome. All right.
And then
Love
one
you all.
reminder before we sign off. One reminder:
Yes.
we will not be doing a show on Christmas Day and on New Year's Day. We're going to take a couple of weeks off, and we will see you in the new year.
Yes, we are. So everyone have a wonderful holiday season. We love you very much. Please stay safe. Wear your mask. And to the Bright Brood, I love you. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Till we see you guys later. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All that fun stuff.
Lickety
Aloha
clacka.
from Manoa Valley Theater Live.